Welcome to me and my uncle.
NFL Weekly Rundown. We are on week 8. Danny, did you enjoy week 7?
Yes, I did.
Good. I did too. What were the highlights for you week 7?
Well, the Thursday night game was pretty high scoring.
Steelers Bengals.
Yeah.
Holy cow, Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco played amazing.
Where did he come from? I mean, we know he came from Cleveland, but
Yeah.
did you really expect him to step in and do,
Not at all.
like, he's almost pulling a Joe Burrow
Yeah.
impersonation.
He played awesome.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the Steelers, I'd say, still played good, but not good enough to get a win.
No, and in Cincinnati, sometimes when you play a road game in the division, those can be tough games no matter the records, no matter who's playing in the game, because those teams know each other so well, you know?
Yeah.
How about, which did you choose between Vikings, Eagles, and Bears, Saints? Which did you watch more of? And you can be honest. You won't hurt my feelings.
Bears.
Did you? Okay, nice.
Well,
Little of both.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish the Bears would have stepped on the Saints a little more. It was kind of close in the second half, but I never really felt like they were going to lose.
But the Vikings, that was a good game, I'd say.
Yeah, what was with that Hawkinson touchdown catch that didn't count?
Yeah, I think that was a catch.
Yeah, and Hawkinson said, I don't even know what a catch is anymore, refs. It just seemed like, if that's not a catch, what is?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe the game would have turned out a little closer. Maybe the Vikings would have won. You just don't know. But the wildest game of the week, whoa, what about that Giants-Broncos game?
That was crazy.
I mean,
Knicks in the fourth quarter.
Out of control.
Wow.
33 points.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter. And I think he accounted for 4 touchdowns. I think he had 2 rushing and 2 passing in the fourth quarter.
I think Grandpa said that the third quarter he only had 5 fantasy points and then he ended up with 31.
Yeah, that is a humongous fourth quarter of action. Maybe Monday night games, Tampa, Detroit.
Kind of surprising that Tampa didn't put up the better fight.
It didn't even seem like it was that close. I mean, it was
Yeah.
15 points, but boy, Detroit was kind of like missing field goals and missing a fourth down where they could have scored points.
And Tampa Bay Baker was not playing his
He
best.
wasn't cooking, and Mike Evans, dinged up.
Yeah.
He's going to miss some time. I bet you want to hear how you did picking games last week.
Sure.
Okay, straight up picking winners. You went 10-5. Oh, who went 12-3? I did. But on the year, your grandpa's got 59 wins. You have 58. I have 57. We're just separated by 2, separates the 3 of us. Against the point spread last week, big week for you. 10 wins, 5 losses. Hey, congratulations, because you beat me. I went 9-6. So you pulled even with your grandpa. Against the point spread, you have 58 wins. Your grandpa has 58 wins. I have 56 wins. So in both cases, the 3 of us are only separated by 2. 2 wins. It's really tight. There are 6 teams on bye. This is like a bye week frenzy. There's
Bills? Nope.
Nope, they just got off their bye week. It's Arizona, it's Detroit, it's Jacksonville, it's Vegas, it's the Rams, and it's the Seahawks. So maybe we can talk just a little about the teams on bye. You wanna?
Sure.
Cardinals, 5 losses in a row. They lost their last 2 games when Jacoby Brissett, their backup quarterback, had the ball in scoring territory against Indianapolis and against the Packers, and they couldn't score a touchdown.
Wait, Baltimore?
Cardinals.
Oh,
Cardinals,
right.
yeah. Jacoby Brissett, yep.
Yeah.
So Detroit, we touched on their game against Tampa. your guy Jahmyr Gibbs, I can't believe you couldn't find his jersey for this show because he had 218 yards rushing and receiving and 2 touchdowns.
He get 188-yard.
I thought it was 78, but wasn't that like straight up the middle and he was just gone? Nobody, I don't even know if anybody touched him.
I think there was maybe an 88, and there was definitely 78.
Yeah, but Gibbs had a huge game. He also had, your Uncle Chris texted me when Gibbs caught a pass along the right sideline, and he did this juke move that just left 2 guys in the dust.
Yeah.
And I think he gained like another 25 yards. He was just
on
fire. And the defense was impressive.
Yeah.
I know Tampa Bay had a lot of their receivers out, but only 9 points from Baker when he had been cooking all year. It's good effort from the Lions, and they can get on their bye week and get a little healthier. Jacksonville, holy cow, for the 2nd straight week, Trevor Lawrence was sacked 7 times. The London game, I don't know if you watched it, against the Rams.
Yeah.
They got smoked by the Rams.
Yeah.
I would say the only good thing was that Travis Hunter caught his first NFL touchdown.
So I was also gonna ask.
Yeah.
About the Jets.
Oof.
How many times do you know how much times Justin Fields has got sacked per game?
This season? I don't know that I have the exact.
Sacked him a bunch.
The Broncos sacked him a ton. Last week he actually got pulled, and we'll talk about that a little bit when we get to the Jets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got pulled with maybe an injury, but I think it was actually just a coaching decision, and they put in Tyrod Taylor. So he probably wasn't sacked that much last game because he only played half of it. But that is a good question. Maybe I'll look it up for next week. But I have some interesting things to say about the Jets when we get to them. Vegas, listen to this. They got shut out 31-0 to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
The Chiefs they had the ball for 77 plays on offense. Most teams have the ball around 60 or 65, okay? So 77 is kind of a lot. The Raiders had the ball for 30 plays. That's like a half for most teams. So that just means the Chiefs got a bunch of first downs, just kept the ball on offense, and the Raiders could not do a thing. Yards, the Chiefs had 434 yards of offense. Raiders had 95. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, think about him. He had 218 all by himself. The Raiders could only muster 95 stinking yards against the Chiefs. They got to figure some things out during their bye week. 2 more teams on bye. We talked about the team that played Jacksonville, the Rams. Stafford, 5 touchdown passes. Three of them to Devontae Adams.
His division is all tied up except for Cardinals, I can see.
All 5-2, yeah, all those teams would be in the playoffs right now if the season ended today. The thing about division games is they'll have to play each other. You know, those teams, I don't know how many of those games have actually been played. I think the Rams played the Niners maybe, but that might be the only one. One more team on bye, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba. This guy had 8 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown. He is now the NFL's leading receiver.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
JSN. Who'd have thunk it? So, without further to-do, we have a Thursday night game between a team that you care about immensely.
Vikings Chargers.
Well, what do you think of the Carson Wentz experience against the Eagles?
I mean, it was a revenge game.
That didn't turn out so good, right?
Yeah.
He threw a pick 6. He had another interception.
He did not play as good as.
No, and do you know that he's starting again? Because I don't think they think J.J. McCarthy is healthy yet. So he's going to start the Thursday night game against the Chargers. Justin Herbert did throw 3 touchdown passes, but he also had 2 interceptions against the Colts, and they lost. It's never a good thing, well, it's rarely a good thing when your quarterback is your leading rusher, because that's what Justin Herbert was on Sunday against the Colts. He only had 31 yards rushing though, so the running backs couldn't get it going. It's hard to win when you can't run the ball.
But I guess they threw it because the person that played got 33 points from Justin Herbert.
33 from Herbert? Whoa. Okay, that's a huge
But
week.
that's every time he throws a catch, that counts as a point. So.
Oh, is this in your other league?
Yeah.
Not Captain Fantasy? Okay, I get it. Well, this is your team, one of your teams, so give me your thoughts, your deep thoughts about Chargers, Vikings.
I think Justin Herbert is going to run the ball,
Okay.
and I think that's going to do good. I think he's also going to throw it, and that's going to do good.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But
Oh!
the Vikings are, I think, going to put up a good fight.
Okay.
Will they win, though?
Hard to say.
So, I think Carson Wentz is going to be a little shaky like usual, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to get it done. And whatever.
In LA,
Yeah,
Los
LA.
Angeles. Yep.
Vikings 28, Chargers 27.
Fun game. Okay. Well, do you have Chargers by 3.5?
2.5.
Okay, I think it went up to 3.5. And it could be because they heard Wentz was playing. I don't really know. I'm gonna stick with the home team. You know how I feel about the Vikings. You know, they're not my least favorite team, but they are Bears division rival. I hope they lose. I'm gonna pick them to lose. I'm gonna pick the Chargers to cover the point spread, 24-19. And I'm sorry, and I apologize for being such a hater.
Here's a sleeper.
Yeah, there are actually no London games, so this is a noon game, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Who is it?
The 0-7 Jets
Keep saying it.
and the Bengals.
So the Jets, I told you there were some interesting things going on with Justin Fields. So he was benched in favor of Tyrod Taylor. You mentioned they are winless now. The guy that owns the Jets, you don't always hear owners talking about certain players on the team, but he said to the media, he was interviewed, and he said, it would be nice if we could complete a pass. And he said something like, it would be nice if we had a quarterback with a better rating. He's basically just calling out Justin Fields. I don't see how Justin Fields could ever start another game for the Jets the way their owner threw him under the bus. But at the same time, I saw Tyrod Taylor didn't practice today because he's nursing some sort of injury. So is it going to be Taylor? Is it going to be Fields? If it's not going to be Fields and Taylor's hurt, could it be somebody else? I don't really know what the Jets are doing. And we talked about Flacco looking like Joe Burrow for Halloween. Maybe he dressed up as Joe Burrow for Halloween a little early.
Probably.
Flacco, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Jamar Chase, Flacco threw 23 passes in Jamar Chase's direction. That is a huge number. Chase caught 16 of them for 161 yards and a touchdown against Pittsburgh. That was,
good.
You don't see a receiver get 20 plus targets in a game.
He probably got a lot of fantasy points.
22 for my team, which was pretty good.
I think he got 33 in my other league.
Okay, maybe because he gets points for catches probably in that league. Yeah. So do you have big thoughts about this one, or do you just think it's going to be a snoozer?
I think Jets might give up a little fight.
For some reason, I feel the same.
With their defense being decent,
I
they're
didn't.
going to have probably Sauce Gardner.
He's a little dinged up.
He is.
Yeah,
So,
and he got hurt
will he
last
play?
game. I didn't see if he practiced today. I don't really know what his deal is.
If he does play, then he's going to be guarding Jamar Chase, which
I would think.
will either be really hard or really hard for Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you know, the Steelers put their best guy, Jalen Ramsey, against Chase, and look what he did last week. So even the best guys can have trouble with Jamar Chase.
But this guy might be really good.
Which
And
guy?
It is really good. Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, I think if he plays, they're going to have a harder time getting it to Chase.
Okay.
So, Jets 21 and Bengals 29.
So you do have the Bengals covering the 6.5 point spread. I'm going to actually have the Jets cover the point spread. I didn't even think about this, but it is a Joe Flacco revenge game because he played a little bit for the Jets, I think.
Really?
Mostly as a backup, if I remember right.
Didn't he play for the Ravens for a
He
while?
did for a long time. He won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Probably 12 years ago, something like that. But I'm going to take Bengals 27-21. I'll let the Jets cover the spread. I think the owner's words and the benching of Fields. Tyrod Taylor is kind of a boring quarterback, but he probably isn't going to get sacked that much, and he's not going to turn the ball over that much. So he might just stabilize things for the Jets a little bit. Okay, a lot of unknowns about what's going on with this game, but exciting.
The Chicago Bears.
4-2 Chicago Bears.
4-2 Chicago Bears.
No longer in the basement of the NFC North, Chicago Bears.
It's actually the Vikings.
It is.
And the Baltimore 1-5 Ravens.
Surprising. Wouldn't you think if these teams were playing at this point in the season and if I told you one of these teams was going to be 4-2 and one of these teams was going to be 1-5, which would you have said?
I would have flopped it.
Exactly. Right. Okay, the Bears against New Orleans. 40 runs. That's a lot of runs, just handing it off for Williams.
DeAndre
Swift.
Swift. I'd say he played pretty good for that game.
He had like 120 yards or something, and Kyle Monangai, their rookie, had 80 yards.
Yeah.
They each scored a touchdown on the ground.
They were both, I think, up there on best running backs of the week, I think.
Yeah, they both averaged more than 6 yards a run. If you get more than like 4.5 yards a run, you're doing pretty good. They got over 6 yards a run. So that's a strong effort from the ground game. It's nice to see because that to me is Chicago Bears football.
That is good Chicago Bears football.
I like when you can run because Caleb, again, didn't have his best game, you know. But hey, the defense forced 4 Spencer Rattler turnovers and 4 sacks. So that helps. When you can run for 200 yards and you're harassing the other team's quarterback, good things happen. Good things happen. Now the Ravens. A lot of guys were injured the last time they played, right? They didn't have Lamar Jackson. I checked the practice report today. Sounded like Jackson did practice. That gives a pretty good indication that he's going to play, but it's possible that he practices and then he wakes up tomorrow and he says, "Coach, I feel even worse." You know? So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards I think Lamar Jackson will play. If Lamar Jackson plays, it's going to be hard. Because don't you think the Ravens are absolutely desperate?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear something I found interesting this week? Is the coaches for the Ravens decided we're taking video games, ping pong tables, basketball hoops. They're all gone. They had those at their practice facility, so when they had a break, the players could go have some fun. They took all that fun stuff away and said, "Hey guys, it's time to get serious. You guys don't deserve to have fun because you're 1-5. So maybe instead of shooting hoops or playing Madden, it's time to look at your playbook." How would you feel if you were a player on the Ravens and they took all that fun away because you weren't winning games?
I mean, I deserve it, but I wouldn't want them to.
That's harsh. That's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you are getting paid by the Ravens, so maybe that makes it a little more, and it is, you're at their facility. It's not like you're at home. So, I guess. But if we think Lamar Jackson is playing, how does that change our opinion of what's going to happen on Sunday? You're switching it twice now. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if Lamar plays, I think they're gonna do good. If he doesn't play, they're gonna be 1-6.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Do you have Ravens by 6.5?
Yeah.
See, I think that's a pretty big indication that the people who set the point spreads think that Jackson's going to play. Because you look at this and you're like, a 1-5 team is favored by 6.5 points against a 4-2 team. But that 1-5 team might be getting.
That's what my mom said. She was like, the Baltimore has a 6.5 point spread when they're 1-5.
I think it's a little of people think that the Ravens are getting healthy, and do people really believe in the Bears? I want to,
I want to, but I don't know if I can.
I know. Where do you stand on this game?
I personally think Jackson is gonna play,
I kind of do too.
but if he doesn't, then yeah. So I'm not making them win by that much. I have them winning by a field goal, actually.
Okay.
But
You can say
and
that.
if Lamar does play, I think he's gonna be a little shaky.
He could be a little
from
rusty.
being
Yeah.
hurt for a while.
Yep. He
So
could be.
I've got the Bears covering the 6.5 point spread,
Yep.
but I don't have them winning. So Bears 21, Ravens 24.
I don't blame you. I'm going to have the Bears cover the point spread. I waited pretty much until I checked the internet today to see what Lamar Jackson's injury status was before I was going to pick this game. Because if Jackson didn't practice today, I was ready to take the Bears. I would have picked the Bears. Instead, I'm chickening out. I'm going Ravens 27-23. I hope I'm wrong. And you know what? I was talking to my Uncle Steve about this game, and I said, I kind of want Lamar Jackson to play. Because don't you want to see the Bears play the Ravens at their best?
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to see them play a good team and show me, and maybe I'll be eating my words when on Sunday at about 3:30 the Bears have lost by 30 points. You know, maybe I will change my tune. But right now, I kind of feel like let's see the Bears up against one of the best players in the league and see what happens.
Okay.
Well, here is not a great looking game, but it's a game.
Yeah, okay. Dolphins and Falcons.
Did you see any of the Dolphins Cleveland game?
Yeah.
Yeah?
31 to like 6.
Yeah. And Tua, 3 picks, no touchdowns. I'm really surprised that Mike McDaniel was not fired. And their owner said, you know, we have full confidence in Mike McDaniel. Well, they're 1-6. And I think the coach's days are numbered. Atlanta, Michael Penix got a little dinged up against San Francisco.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there's some question, would Cousins actually be better for that offense? Because Bijan Robinson is pretty much proving to be the best running back of 2025.
If they give them the ball.
When they give him the ball. And London, Mooney, Kyle Pitts, that's a pretty good receiving and tight end core. They've got Tyler Algier, who they hand off when Bijan's tired. That team has some offensive weapons, so getting 10 points against a banged-up San Francisco isn't a great effort from Penix and the Falcons. But this game's at home, and I feel like the Falcons are a better team at home than they are on the road. What do you think?
I think they're going to give the ball to Bijan when he's not tired.
That'd be smart.
And I think he's going to do them good. I think the Dolphins are going to put up a good fight while they're 1-6.
Oh, okay.
But not a good enough fight to win.
Okay.
So...
Do you have Atlanta by 7.5?
Yeah.
Me too.
I have Falcons covering that point spread.
Okay.
Dolphins 20 and the Atlanta Falcons 29.
Okay. Excuse me. I've got Falcons 28, Miami 17. I'm also going to have the Fins, or I'm going to have the Falcons covering the point spread. All right, here's sort of a weird game, I would say.
Yeah. The Buffalo Bills go to Carolina to play the Panthers.
Yeah, and Buffalo has lost 2 games in a row after starting the season with 4 wins. Coming off their bye week, so maybe they practice some things that will make them better.
Yeah.
Carolina, Rico Dowdle was better than Chuba Hubbard on Sunday, but they did use them both. Bryce Young got injured, though, against the Jets.
Yes.
He's going to miss the game, so Andy Dalton is going to play instead.
He is not the greatest.
He's kind of old. He used to be the Bengals quarterback before Burrow got there.
Was he any good?
He took them to the playoffs, but I don't think he ever actually got them to win a playoff game. He's not the worst backup. Actually, he was the starter for 2 games Justin Fields' rookie year with the Bears. So he played 2, I think he started 2 games for the Bears, maybe a couple more when Fields was hurt. I don't really remember his Bears tenure too well. It was pretty forgettable. But do you have, both these teams have winning records. Carolina has a winning record for the first time since like 2021.
Yeah,
I think
they're playing good with, I think Rico Dowdle is one of the reasons they're 4-3.
Yeah, definitely. He has helped the cause, and he definitely took the whole load when Chuba missed those couple games. He got his revenge game against Dallas, and I think he also carved Miami up when Hubbard was hurt. So do you have Bills by 7.5?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so...
I don't think they should make the point spread that high.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of believe in the Panthers, even with Dalton in and Young out?
Because I think they're going to give the ball to Rico, which he ran over 2 MASH teams.
Well,
the Dolphins are not good.
No, and Dallas's defense isn't that good. But still,
Yeah.
200 yards is a big day.
Yeah. So I think Rico's and Chuba are going to run the ball good.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to get them good enough to win. So, Bills 23, Panthers 17.
So you got Panthers covering the spread. I feel like we're different on quite a few of the point spreads because I'm going to have the Bills cover the spread. I just think they're going to get things right after the break or after the bye week. 31-20 Buffalo.
Okay.
Here's a game between one team that's in good shape, one team who is not.
The San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans.
We talked a little bit about Gibbs' big game in the Monday night game. CMC had a big game in the Sunday night game.
He did good.
201 rushing and receiving yards combined, 2 touchdowns. And the defense actually held Bijan to only like 95 yards rushing and receiving, which he's been going well over 100 most games, or maybe all games. So I thought San Francisco, again, Mac Jones, he played again. George Kittle was back. He had exactly 0 catches.
Yeah.
They're not at max health or, max power yet because they don't have, and their receivers, they're still not, maybe Juwan Jennings played, but Ayuk's still hurt, and Ricky Pearsall, I don't think, played, and yet they keep winning games.
Yeah, with Mac Jones is a good idea for the 49ers.
To get him as a backup.
And they're getting CMC the ball, which is obviously smart.
Always smart.
And George Kittle, I think he could get the ball more. I mean, he did just have a long injury.
True, so maybe it'll take a little bit time to get back to speed.
But I think he's going to need the ball a little more.
I think so too.
So if that does happen, and if they keep giving the ball to CMC, I think they're going to win by quite a bit.
Okay. I'll say a little bit about Houston. They had no running game against Seattle. C.J. Stroud was their leading rusher, and he's not a running quarterback. He had only 25 yards. They got barely anything out of Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, their two running backs. Just like the Chargers and Herbert, if you cannot run the football, it puts so much pressure on the quarterback. He's got to do it all himself.
Yeah.
And in the case of the Texans, C.J. Stroud did not do it against Seattle.
I did see that Seattle
It was late.
Houston game because it did start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I only watched like a quarter.
So, who won?
Seattle 27-19. Yep.
Did anything pretty crazy happen?
There was a sack of I think there was a fumble by Darnold that turned into a sack and a touchdown for the Texans. But the Texans really didn't even make it that close until they made it 8 points, and maybe they tried an onside kick, but it never really was close. I went to bed when it was 14-0 Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a big game.
Not
But
surprising.
it didn't seem like, I think Dalton Schultz was the tight end for the Texans, might have been their leading receiver. Stroud didn't play very well. So, yeah, but this game, Houston favored by 1.5. Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising.
Kind of surprising. I think I heard Purdy's going to sit out another week and it's going to be Mac Jones, but that has proven not to be that big a deal for the Niners.
So, it's pretty surprising that Houston's supposed to win.
Lowest scoring game of the week, too. I think 41.5.
Wow. Patriots-Browns is 40.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. You're right. You're right. Never mind.
So, I mean, I'm going to have the 49ers well over the point spread.
Okay.
And I think they're going to win.
Okay. Upset.
49ers, 31, and the Houston Texans, 23.
Okay. I'm going to have it close, but I agree. I think the Niners will win. 20-19. I just think they are a better team, and something's wrong with Houston.
Didn't these... Yeah, you can keep talking.
Oh, I didn't have anything else. You go.
Oh, wow. This upcoming game, didn't these teams play not too long ago?
Just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Week 6. It was a 34-17 Giants win in the Meadowlands, and that was kind of the Cam Scatabo, Jackson Dart breaking out party. Yeah.
So, Giants-Eagles.
Right. The Giants were on the rough end of that Broncos comeback win on Sunday. Giants led 19-0 in the fourth quarter. Their kicker missed 2 extra points, and they cut it. It was the first time in NFL history that a kicker missed 2 extra points and their team lost by 1 point. So if he had made those 2 extra points, would the game have been different? I don't know. Maybe. Bad loss by the Giants, but Dart played well.
Yeah.
Again.
He's playing well all these games.
Seems like it. The Saints game, he was shaky. They had a lot of turnovers. But, yeah, he's played well in most of his starts. He was a rookie quarterback who I forgot to talk about last week when we said, Ward's not playing that well, and Dylan Gabriel's not playing very good.
But Jackson Dart
is.
I'd say he's looking like future rookie of the year.
Well, they got Emeka Egbuka,
Wow,
too, in the
true.
NFC, so it's going to be a hard... And he didn't start every game, so he's got some catching up to do. Or maybe Cam Scatabo. I mean, he could be in the mix, too. Hey, Philly, you probably saw a lot of that game. Jalen Hurts. Okay, he silenced some of the critics, because he was smoking.
Yeah.
19 completions, he only threw 4 incomplete passes.
Really?
And he threw for 326 yards, which is a huge number when you only attempt 23 passes.
Yeah, that's...
That's a lot of chunk yardage. He's getting deep balls.
Wasn't there a huge play early in the game to AJ Brown?
Well, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, I think, both had really long touchdown catches,
Yeah.
or at least long catches.
Yeah.
And Jalix Hunt. Never heard of this guy before, but he was the one who intercepted the Wentz pass and took it back to the house.
Kind of sounds like Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts and Jalix Hunt. Yeah, maybe they're roommates when the team travels on the road. Probably not, though. Okay, these teams did play week 6, and they are division rivals. So now the all-time record between these teams, Eagles 96 wins, Giants 90 wins, and 2 ties.
Pretty close.
Close over history, and that's like 90, 80 some years of history. So a lot of games between these teams.
So last week, obviously the Giants won.
No,
Or
last time these teams played,
yeah.
if that's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So will they get it done again?
It's in Philly.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna get it tight. I think they're actually gonna cover the point spread
7.5 Eagles.
Yeah.
Yep.
and have a really high scoring game.
Oh, fun.
64 points.
64 total? Okay. Wow. That's 20 over the
So
over-under.
the Giants 30 and Philadelphia 34.
Okay, so you have Giants covering the spread. I'm going to have it lower scoring, and I'm going to have the Eagles cover the spread. We're different on a lot of the spreads, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're different on any winners yet. Oh, Vikings and Chargers, we are different.
Yeah.
But I went Eagles 27, Giants 16.
Okay.
Okay, this game is at noon, and
This is the lowest.
lowest scoring game of the week, over-under. Yep.
The Browns and the Patriots.
Okay, you said you watched or saw a little bit of the Dolphins' blowout loss against the Browns. Cleveland forced 4 turnovers, and their rookie running back, Quinshawn Judkins.
He had a great game.
They're starting to lean on him. I wouldn't say he had a great average because he had 25 runs, which is a lot, but for only 84 yards. So he's getting less than 4 yards a run, but he scored 3 touchdowns. And they just hammered the Dolphins. That game was not close.
I think he took a few shotgun snaps and just ran it up the.
Wildcat? Yeah, they call those Wildcat when they might take Dylan Gabriel off the field, or they might just line him out as a wide receiver, and they'll tell the quarterback not to do anything, and they just snap it straight to the running back, and he'll just plow forward.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while, you'll see that guy throw the ball on the running back, but it's kind of a trick play.
Yeah.
Okay, and New England, hey, Drake May threw 23 times. 21 were complete. Only 2 were incomplete.
Wow.
That is the best passing percentage, completion percentage of any Patriots quarterback ever. And you know who played for the Patriots for a long time at quarterback.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. So if Drake May just took a record that I assume Tom Brady used to hold, that's a good game from young May. And he threw for 222 yards on those 23 pass attempts, which is a lot. With 2 touchdowns, he ran for 68 yards, which is a lot for a quarterback. And they had an easy win at Tennessee against Mike Vrabel's old team, the team he used to coach.
I can see on this thing you gave me.
Yeah, the standings.
The Patriots actually have more, or they're leading their division, or not the division.
Yeah, that's their division.
They're leading their division, and they have the Bills.
In that division. Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, the Bills did have a bye week.
So they played one less game.
Yeah.
But who won when those teams played? Patriots. Exactly.
So, that's kind of crazy that Drake May was last year a bad pick, I would think. Last year.
They had a bad team around him.
Yeah.
You know, but
with their new blocker, O-line, and
Will Campbell, yep.
And their new other players.
Stephon Diggs is
Yeah.
helping them. He's not being greedy, it seems like. He's
Yeah.
being a good teammate.
And they're finally winning games.
And I think I heard they might have the easiest schedule the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So think about it. They're going to probably get to play those teams in their division, the Jets and Dolphins, a couple times.
And probably win. I think
more-
now.
Yeah, seems likely.
So here they're playing the Browns, which is not a good team.
Do you have Patriots by 6.5?
7.5.
Okay. Must have gone down to 6.5. I'm not really certain why, but that's what it is.
So I'm picking the Patriots well over the point spread.
Oh, you think blowout?
So Patriots 31 and the Browns 24.
Okay. So by or 31-24?
Yeah.
So by a touchdown. Not a blowout.
Yeah.
I again am going to disagree on the point spread though. I'm going to go on the other side of it. Take Cleveland to cover the spread. Patriots to win the game in a low scoring game. Patriots 23, Browns 17. Okay, is this game at the first one at 3 o'clock, I think?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, there are 3 games at 3 o'clock.
The first one is Buccaneers and Saints.
So I bet you watched a lot of that Monday night game at Detroit. And you said Baker, he wasn't doing that good. And Mike Evans broke his collarbone.
Really?
Yeah, he's out for 6 to 8 weeks, which is going to be a good chunk of the season.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't really. I feel like Detroit should have won that game more than 24-9. The way they were moving the ball up and down the field, and the way Tampa Bay was really, they just didn't do that much offensively. New Orleans, okay, here's a stat for you. Spencer Rattler in the first 6 games of the year.
Lost all of them.
No, he only had one. Well, he won one of them against the Giants, but he only had 1 turnover. So he only lost 1 fumble and threw an interception. He only had 1 of those. Against the Bears, 4 turnovers all by himself, 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. He keeps playing like that. Coach Kellen Moore for the Saints might have to think about making a change at quarterback.
I thought he may have got a little dinged up in that game.
Rattler?
Yeah, maybe.
He didn't miss any time, I remember. He played every snap. So they do sometimes put Taysom Hill at quarterback, kind of like what you said about Judkins. They'll just snap Hill the ball and let him plow forward. So Rattler may have come out of the game for Hill. That's possible. Well, Tampa is dinged up at receiver, but Ibuka did play. Evans is out. They got a guy named Tez Johnson who's playing a little better. I don't know if Godwin will be back. I don't know if Bucky Irving will be back. It's in New Orleans. All-time records between these division rivals. Who would you guess has the edge?
Buccaneers.
Actually, the Saints do.
Really?
Yeah, they haven't been division rivals forever, but they have been for the last 25 years or so.
Well, Buccaneers did have Tom Brady for a few years.
And the Saints had Drew Brees for a long time.
Yeah, which he was a good quarterback.
Yeah. So the Saints hold the all-time lead, 40 wins to 27. And for this game, do you have Tampa Bay favored by 3.5?
I actually have 5.5.
Oh, wow. Oh, it must have gone down. Maybe Evans and maybe they're hearing that Irving isn't going to be back yet. I don't really know. But sometimes injury news can move those point spreads.
Yeah. So, I have the Buccaneers winning well over the point spread.
I do too.
Again.
Yeah.
30 to 24.
I'm going to have a 7-point Bucks win, 27 to 20. Now, if you said that one of these teams would have the best record in the NFL at this point in the season, I think you would say you're lying. If you said that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But one of these teams has the best record in football. Who's playing?
The Tennessee Titans.
They're not the team with the best record.
The Colts.
Who are?
6-1.
Your new AFC Super Bowl team.
Did I do that?
You did that last week. You said Lions, Colts.
Wow.
Okay, these teams are division rivals. Indy holds the all-time lead, 40 wins to 22. And these teams played week 3 already. Indy won 41 to 20.
Wow.
Last week, Cam Ward, the sack train started again for Cam Ward. He was sacked 5 times in the loss against New England. He's been sacked 30 times in 7 games. If he stays on that pace and plays all 17 games, he's going to get sacked 72 times.
Really?
If you remember, Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times last
That's
year. And that's a huge number, yeah. Indy, man, Jonathan Taylor. I keep saying Bijan Robinson is the best running back in football, but what about Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, he's playing incredible.
132 yards rushing and receiving, and just another 3 rushing touchdowns. I think he's had 3 games where he's had 3 rushing touchdowns. He's just piling up the touchdowns. And Dimes, 2 touchdown passes, 0 turnovers. They win at LA and beat the Chargers.
Well, last year you'd think the Colts took Daniel Jones, a bad quarterback. Now look at the Colts having the best record in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, is it Jonathan Taylor? No, it's Daniel Jones. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is doing a big part of it, but Daniel Jones is doing a huge part of it.
Or maybe Jones is so much better than Anthony Richardson, the guy who played for them last year.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain because Taylor has kind of always been the same guy, right? But it's true that really the big change for the Colts was the move away from Richardson to Dimes or Indiana. Maybe Indiana Dimes, maybe is what we should call it. All right. What do you have transpiring in Indy? Okay, huge point spread, 14.5.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you have going down in Indy on Sunday afternoon?
This game, I'm definitely not picking the Titans because you obviously know why.
That would be insane.
So, picking the Colts, 37 to 20.
I'm going to have a big Colts win as well, 35-13.
Wow.
Okay. One more game at 3 o'clock, and it's actually against teams who I think one team has a even record and one team has a winning record.
The Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos.
So against the Commanders, Dak looked sharp.
Yeah.
Three TD passes, and they got that running game going that didn't work against the Panthers. Javonte Williams had 116 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Do you remember Deron Bland, the cornerback who 2 years ago had 5 pick sixes for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
He was hurt all of last year. He got his first pick 6 in this game against the Commanders when Mariota came in.
So we talked a little bit about the Broncos earlier.
Yeah.
And they played not their best until the fourth quarter.
Didn't it remind you a little bit, not exactly the same, but the Bears-Vikings game was like the Vikings were nowhere for 3 quarters, and then it's like, how did you wake up in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
And the Broncos woke up like, whoa, what happened?
That was crazy.
Just a real wake-up call where they turned it on. Bo Nix turned into Superman in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, they played great.
I wonder how your Uncle Tim felt about that game.
He was probably yelling at the TV until the fourth quarter.
Until the last kick, when it's like, yes, it's over. How did we win?
Yeah. So
3.5, Broncos favored?
Yeah, I'll mark it down as that, but it was 2.5.
Okay.
So I think after that game, I think the Broncos are going to win.
Yeah, this one's actually the highest scoring game of the week.
Yeah, 49.
Yeah, I think it is. Which Denver has a good defense, but they just surrendered 32 points to the Giants.
So, picking the Broncos.
Me too.
Just after that game, that last game, I was like, wow, they're on fire. So,
yeah, you could look at it one of 2 ways. It's like, how did you almost let the Giants win? Or, wow, you found a way to win a game that you had no business winning.
And I'm doing the second way. I think they're gonna
Taking
win
the
it.
positive. Okay.
Yeah. So I have the Broncos winning, like I've said now 3 times.
I heard you the first time.
29-28.
Okay, good game. I'm going to take Denver. We're going to be different on the point spread again because I'm picking the Broncos to cover it. 28-24. Sunday night. Ooh. I'm going to say right now, my two least favorite teams.
Guess who's not gonna watch this game? Me.
I'm going to have a hard time watching it too.
The Bleh and the other Bleh.
This is the ultimate revenge game because this is Rodgers playing the team who he won a Super Bowl for, who then a couple years ago said, Aaron, we don't want you anymore. So he is going to be fired up for this game against his former team. Rodgers threw 4 TDs, but he threw 2 interceptions. And like we said when we were talking about the Bengals, Joe Flacco shredded the Steelers' defense.
Yeah. I mean, with TJ Watt, what's his name? Jalen Ramsey.
Cameron Hayward. I think Nick Herbig's been playing pretty well for them.
All those great players, and Joe Flacco plays awesome.
Outplayed Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, that was surprising to me. And Green Bay, oh man, the Cardinals had the lead for about 58 minutes of the game. Or it was tied. The Packers never had the lead until 1 minute 50 seconds left. I think Jacobs scored one of his 2 rushing touchdowns.
Sadly, not surprising.
Yeah, and Micah Parsons, 3 sacks, and he is getting heat on the quarterback. He put heat on Jacoby Brissett on Sunday.
They're going to want him to put heat on Aaron Rodgers.
They are going to definitely want that. And I don't know if you looked at the standings, but did you notice who's in first place in the Bears and Vikings division right now?
I hate to look at it.
I hate to look at it too. In fact,
And also, Steelers are leading for AFC.
yeah, a couple first place teams playing. So this is a big Sunday night game. If you didn't hate the teams, it would be something that I would probably watch. But
I'm not watching this.
I might have it on in the background, but I think I'll be doing something else. Yeah. Do you have? I guess we have to distinguish between blah and blah. So I will say it. Do you have Packers by 3.5?
I'll move it up there, but it was
2.5. Okay, so the Packers are favored on the road, and think about it. They haven't played great on the road this year. They lost at Cleveland to Joe Flacco.
Which was surprising.
They beat the Bengals, but that was with Joe Flacco practicing with the team for 3 days.
Yeah.
And they tied Dallas, who can't really stop anybody, defensively at least. So they struggle when they go on the road. This game is in Pittsburgh, so is there a chance? I don't know. This is like, who do you cheer for? It's like, my 31st favorite team against my 32nd favorite team. I know who I'm cheering for because it's going to be better for the Bears if a certain team loses.
True. So, I'll just say P, not covering the point spread.
Oh.
I do have them winning.
Oh, well then you do have P covering the spread because
yeah.
Green Bay is favored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Packer.
Oh, you mean P as in
yeah.
Packers. I thought you meant P as in Pittsburgh. Okay.
Oh.
You do have Pittsburgh covering the spread.
Yeah.
Yep.
P. 28.
The team name starts with P, right?
S27.
Okay. I'll actually say it. I'm also taking the Steelers to win. Or no, you took the Packers to win.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Steelers to win, so we're different on this one. Steelers 23, Packers 21. Only one Monday night game this week. It is the final game of the week.
Commanders and Chiefs.
Yeah, and Daniels got hurt in that game against the Cowboys. Mariota
Yeah.
came in, threw a pick 6, and they got blown out. I think it was 44-22. The Chiefs, I know a couple times this year doing Me and My Uncle, you said, oh, the Chiefs, they're just not very good. They're not very good. I mean, they're good.
Yeah.
Their record is 4-3, which isn't great, but Mahomes is starting to cook. 3 touchdown passes, and Rashee Rice was back from suspension last week. He had 2 touchdown catches, and the defense only allowed 95 yards in their win against the Raiders. So, I think because Daniels is going to miss this game, the Chiefs are favored by 10.5.
I will raise it up there at 9.
I think it went up when they learned that Daniels was definitely out. So it's going to be a week of Marcus Mariota. I just don't see him being able to win at Arrowhead. That's a tough place for the visiting team.
So I have it close. I have Commanders covering the point spread.
Yeah.
Commanders 29 and the Chiefs 31.
Okay, I'm going to have the Chiefs cover the spread 30-17.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
we've got a tough game for the Bears this week.
Yeah, unless Lamar Jackson doesn't play.
If Lamar Jackson doesn't play, I would love to be able to change my pick, but I think we just got to stick with what we did, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm going to be happy to lose this game. This would be a big win for the Bears too if Lamar Jackson plays. I mean, if Cooper Rush plays, I feel like you're just supposed to win the game. Or it could be Snoop Huntley. I guess Cooper Rush got benched last game, so
Yeah, so.
you never. I don't know who. I think it's going to be Lamar Jackson. Which game are you most excited about on the slate this week?
Probably either Vikings Chargers. I think that will be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And Bears Ravens to see if Lamar will play.
Yeah. And have you worked out a deal with your mom and dad yet? Like, do you get to stay up for the whole game tomorrow night, or are you gonna have to go to bed before it's over?
I'm going to bed before it's over.
Yeah. Okay. That was kind of a one-time special for the Bears game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all we have for this week. So thanks for watching, everybody.
will
Peace.
pause it,
You can
'cause I
handle it. Okay. Yep. Just hit that red button. We're thankful for your viewership. See you next week.
Okay.
Till next time.
Peace out.